She's got her miracle.
I've got my miracle.
Oh, she's got her miracle.
I got my miracle.
She's got her miracle.
Miracle, miracle.
Oh, so many miracles.
So many miracles.
She's got her miracle.
Ay, 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 ay.
Huh? She's got her miracle. She's got her miracle.
Miracle, miracle.
Oh, so many miracles. She's about to tell us. She's about to tell us. She's about to tell us. Oh, that she has got her miracle.
Oh, you're
Woohoo!
I love the music. Thank you. So good.
Hello, everybody. My name is Parashakti.
And I'm Amron. Nice to meet you.
And we are here in the Groove Temple of Rhythmia, always, always grooving and always celebrating at the end of the week. I've got my miracle. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. This has been for you a 2-week
Yeah.
miracle journey.
Yeah, it wasn't
right.
planned as such.
It wasn't
really
planned.
just planning to have one magical week at Rhythmia. This has been kind of a bucket list item for a couple years now for me. And when I decided to take this 3-month journey, just a personal pilgrimage to Costa Rica, it occurred to me like, oh my gosh, Rhythmia is there. Sign up, duh. So I signed up for a week, random week, didn't know which. And then on Tuesday, I arrived on Sunday. So day 3 for me. I was looking around, getting ready for my next plans for my personal pilgrimage. I had a few more weeks in the country, and it was like, what could possibly top this? I mean, really. And it was so funny because that's kind of premature because we were only 1 ceremony in of 4. But I sat on it, slept on it, and it was like, yeah, where else would I rather be? You know?
So you actually received 2 miracles, right? So let's just talk about the miracle,
Sure.
miracle overall of being at Rhythmia.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't even know how you are quantifying any of this because for me, there are infinite miracles. And I'd say the fact that Jerry listened to his higher self, the medicine, whoever, the moon, and actually followed through to the degree that he did to create this place is just mind-blowing to me. I mean, it is so thoroughly done to a T, and added to it, there's comfort, there's luxury, there's honoring all the guests with this amazing, just perfect, pristine food. You know, it's just, we have all the bases covered here. And the medicine is legitimate. It's coming from real sources. You know, there's full intention in every facet of this creation. So I'm blown away. I mean, I have a background in enough of these areas to realize how much has gone into this. And it's just epic.
Yeah.
It's blowing my mind, really.
So tell us about the background.
Sure. My mom is in event planning. My mom's a chef. So I know food, I know clean food. And that's just one thing. My background is in medicine. I'm a medical doctor, MD. I left medicine and became a nutrition researcher and a nutritionist. And then I left that to really go on my own and support women with autoimmune disease and weight loss in particular with nutrition. That led me to emotional medicine, and my giftings just started to really come back to me because I'd kind of set them aside for medicine. You just got to survive medicine, you know? And then spiritual medicine became like the forefront. So now I call myself an ascension coach, and I'm really helping women guide themselves through these passages, be they physical illnesses or divorces or just emerging in their identity and claiming who they are. And just needing mentorship, needing guidance, having a coach, having an intuitive, having someone who can move energy on your behalf, you know,
Yeah.
that's what I do.
So what's fascinating for me is that on the medicine, you received very direct messages.
Oh yeah. The medicine is so clear.
Right?
My crown pops wide open and my heart's wide open. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, if I put my attention here, I can see so much. And
Yes.
just, it's such a beautiful thing.
So first we'll talk on behalf of you and those beautiful navigation tools and messages that you received, because that in itself is a miracle. So what would you like to share about that?
So, and when you say navigation tools, you mean
Yeah, you were
Ask
just
me more.
directed, it sounded like, when you shared with me. And this is maybe
Tell
my
me,
language.
Tell me, remind me. I don't remember what we said. I wanna hear
Yeah,
everything.
it really felt that you were so tuned in that it was like you received a map. And you even used the word codes, right? And so with this soul map and with the codes that you received, the navigation tools were given to you on how to move forward, like direct messages. So that's what I mean. And I feel like that is celebrating a miracle, because it's a language that is far beyond the physical plane.
Yes. Right? Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh. I really felt like the physical plane just kind of stretched to show me all of the other ways it exists on the non-physical planes. There are so many other dimensions to this that we see, you know, and it was beautiful just to see just that kind of, you know, unfolding kind of the map, so to speak, and seeing things on a vibrational level, on an energetic level, and seeing this grid effectively of energy and consciousness. And it's consciousness explosive, you know, it's just this carnival of colors and insights. And I mean, I was in Egypt for part of my journey, and seeing the ruins and seeing the ancient civilizations still alive and active on a different plane. Right. And they're still providing knowledge and interacting with us. Right. Like what?
So
my brain still can't even
you visited these these multi-dimensional
absolutely. And I know stuff
voyages
that I know nothing about. Like I learned that Mayan and Aztec symbology and edifices and, you know, statues and whatnot, why they're so large. I mean, who knows if I'm right, but this is what the medicine was telling me. And that they, along with Egypt, were getting information from Syria, you know, Syrian or Sirius, I guess, the Syrian star system. And like, what is this?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Much.
And, you know, I'm a movement therapist, and I saw you doing this kind of dance, like the expansiveness of that just now.
Oh.
So that was your movement, you know.
I love how you're reading my body.
Yes. I'm a different kind of, reader and seer.
Yes,
so with this movement of expansion, of wings.
Do me again. Yes.
So I want you to decode that.
Oh
I'm going to use only your words.
Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, if I'm trying to use words to describe this, I would say, like I said, consciousness unfolding and like not kaleidoscoping. It's like almost like rolling outward to really expand the purview of what you can be aware of. So I was able to be aware of so many things that exist beyond this current time-space continuum, as well as I became consciously aware of the room that we were in, you know, the ceremony space. And I was consciously aware of my body. I was consciously aware of aspects of my consciousness peeling off of my body and administering to others in the room. Didn't need to be focused on that whatsoever. It was not my business, you know, it was just happening. I was aware of aspects of the shamans, consciousness peeling away and administering to me, literally guiding me, walking through Q&A. I had consultas with the shamans, knowing that they weren't physically present, but it didn't matter. It was just, I mean, my heart is just exploded, you know, and I feel my aura is so much bigger and just, I'm going to laugh because I know how Jerry and Dr. Jeff feel about auras, but when you can perceive it, it's pretty mind-boggling to feel the difference. And it's almost like I'm surrounded by this gelatinous fluid that just really, it's just beautiful. It's just this new access to love frequencies that we don't typically get because we need to shut them down in order to survive and stay alert and not get run over by a car and not walk into traffic. You know what I mean?
Right.
And to be able to, you know, be discerning when we're on our iPhones or whatever else, right? To function.
Yeah.
But here we are in this beautiful bubble where the safety has been buttoned down so adequately, you know, we can unfurl and we can really allow other aspects of our consciousness to provide themselves, to make themselves available to us.
So beautiful. So a little bird whispered to me that your name in Arabic means shooting to the stars, right? So you shot to the stars on the medicine, right?
I guess I did, didn't I?
And so part of the miracle is coming back into the physical plane. and to really embody and live that miracle.
Oh, yeah.
So what are some of the ways that you are going to, as you
Oh,
shot to
yeah.
the
Oh my
stars,
gosh. That's a
received
great
all that
question.
information?
Okay, so I was journaling, and it's funny you should ask me that because I wrote some things down. And so I might look at my notes, but what I want to say is that I'm feeling my own inner integrity on a new level. I'm feeling, and by integrity, I don't mean moral integrity. I mean my energetic countenance got reinforced. Like I am vibing me more strongly.
Yes.
I'm a bolder version of myself. And I think if you can get that gift of your core essence emboldened, that's a miracle.
Wow.
And I feel like that's happening for so many people
Yeah.
in this medicine journey. And it's just, this is fulfilling my mission, because when we are empowered unto ourselves, we are able to just be so much more effective in the world, you know?
Right.
And we come from love and compassion and forgiveness of self and then others, and everything just rolls out from there, right? We just have this beautiful ripple effect. So that's one thing. Let me look at my notes because I really do want to share this with everyone. So like I said, it's a recognition of myself, and it's also a recognition of my identity, which I said before, and it goes back into power. It's really helping you harness your own internal power. And it's also really helping you reinforce your edges and your boundaries. You know, how do we honor ourselves and not overextend ourselves, not get out of our own lane, right? Really feel enforced onto ourselves. And I think that's really important for self-care, especially now when we're inundated with so many roles and obligations and duties, especially as moms, as women, you know.
And that's right. You have two children.
I do.
7 and
I'm
9.
a mom, and you know, you can easily just like extinguish yourself and lose yourself in your partnership as well. And you know, there are so many opportunities for us to just succumb to the distractions and the roles and the obligations, right?
Yeah.
The shoulds.
An overall giving of your power away.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And even in the form of just the energetic leakage that happens when you're overexerting yourself,
right.
Frankly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a gifting. I did feel my giftings. We all have giftings, right? Mm-hmm. Mine are gifts of oracular guidance and support and sight, and I can read energy and feel things in my body. Mm-hmm. And those became so heightened that it was just effortless to support myself and, you know, my clients who are not here, right? And just energetically convey, you know, things to them. And I know this sounds so woo for some of the listeners, and that's fine. I'm one of the woos. It's okay.
And she's an MD.
Yeah, I started off not woo, then I went woo, and now I can balance. I'm a great code switcher.
Yeah.
Wooed code switcher. All right. So, yeah. And then I also think that when it comes to how you want to participate in the world, you know, the medicine is really just fantastic for helping you shed the crap that's kind of cramping your style and maybe leading you astray from your core mission. Mm-hmm. You know, we all have a mission. We all have a role to play. And I got some pretty epic downloads from the medicine, even about that, you know, that there are some people on the planet who are in turmoil right now. And even they are fulfilling a purpose that's supporting the greater good, even in their struggles. And it was just like, wow. It was so humbling, you know, just to see that and to honor that. Yeah. It was just so beautiful.
Wow.
So you can probably feel my reverence and my gratitude, right?
Oh,
and
so
I could
much.
Talk
all
at length
week,
about
all
my
week,
journey.
the last 2 weeks. I mean, you walked around and you just, you know, you were and are this light. And it's a light activator, I'll call you.
Oh, I like that.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, that just came now. That just came now.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, you know, you really, by doing your own work, you know, on and off the cosmic dance floor, because there was one night, I'll never forget this.
Oh, no.
That you, that you went up to the altar and you just danced. And that freedom of expression.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, was just such an inspiration.
Oh.
Because when someone else is stuck and needs that force of nature, of energy, you were right there holding the fort with your movement.
Gosh. Thank you so very much.
Yes. So that was really near and dear to my heart to witness you.
Thank you. Truly. I got to say, and I think you'll appreciate this, I was never a dancer. I was never a Like I never felt comfortable moving in front of people. I was just a really straight and narrow, like I could insult myself and say things, and I don't want to do that, but simply just guarded and a little self-conscious, wanted to fit in. And dancing is just too free, you know? So over the last few years, dance has really liberated me spiritually and really gotten my channels moving, you know, and gotten my energy flowing and gotten stagnation out of my body and gotten me out of rigid thinking that, you know, medical training is so good at instilling, because
Right.
it thrives on that. It needs that. That's where, you know, evidence bases come from, right? So having to like wiggle out of that and like, you know, create flexibility in the constructs, dance has helped me so much to do that. And I found that on that very night of ceremony, the dancing got energy moving in stagnant places in my lower chakras so much to have another miracle that I'd really, really wanted. And I honestly had just let it go, that it just wasn't going to happen. I have had a 17-year injury where I fainted in medical school over my cadaver in the anatomy lab and fractured my coccyx. So my coccyx has been bent inward for 17 years and I've just had pain. So I'm sitting sideways like this. I'm actually like, I can sit like this now. Like I couldn't for 17 years. I have to avoid sitting because it'll cause just all the muscles are just like, I've been in pain. And I thought, okay, I'm going to hope for that miracle, but I also have to work with the medicine and realize, you know, all in its own time. Right. And that very night, I had the most amazing celestial surgery. I'll spare all the weird details, but suffice it to say, that dance, I believe, really opened up my system and allowed so many layers of emotional, psychic, mental, you know, sludge to just peel away, peel away, peel away, peel away. And I could see the story associated with this. And much of it wasn't even mine, but it was so beautiful to see these years and these reams of data just coming off of my coccyx. And then another night in ceremony, I was given a golden like replacement coccyx in my ceremony by Hawthorne, just saying.
And the
I
reality
am
of that
doing
is
so well.
you don't have pain.
The reality of that is that I literally do not have pain. I had 2 days of soreness after, and I said, oh, that's just post-op care, right? No big deal. I just kind of psyched myself into that. I literally have no pain. Like, I mean, you just have to trust me.
Celebrating
I'm so
your
celebrating.
miraculous dance that truly went in there and healed that injury that in itself was a teacher for you all these years,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
living with that pain and then being able yourself and with the celestial kingdom to do the work, right?
Yeah, the celestial kingdom is real.
It is.
And I've liked to believe it, but journeys and ceremonies like this solidify it. Yeah. They defy the contrarian mind and the ego-based, you can insult it or just honor it and say it's frankly there, you know, the logic-based mind. It needs to be overridden. And thank goodness for medicines like this, because we have an opportunity to really tap into this aspect of reality that is just as real as this aspect of reality.
Yeah. Oh, phenomenal.
Oh my gosh.
So many miracles.
So many miracles. Like seriously. Oh my gosh.
And you know, you don't have to be here for 2 weeks to receive all these miracles, right?
But if you want to be here for 2 weeks to get after it, because I learned how to drive the medicine and it was so much fun. I never had to have a significant quantity. I really just allowed what we call mother frequency to just rise, and I can summon her and ask questions and, you know, leverage my guidance team, and it's beautiful. I mean, holy cow.
Well, I know that we are going to see you and your shooting star
I'll be
back here.
I will.
Yes, this is home away from home for you.
Gosh,
and you,
I love it here so
we
much.
love you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. Is there any last miraculous words of wisdom that you would like to share?
You know, I suppose that if you're watching these videos that you already have insight into, you know, otherworldly aspects, but I do encourage you to really take the leap and fully surrender to this, because this is, I love how you say it here, nature concentrated, you know, and you're getting to really interface with her. And the information that is available to us when we fully merge with nature, God force, Gaia, whatever you want to call it, is out of this world. The fact that we can access these expanded aspects of our consciousness and connect with other beings, even the insects in the jungle.
The creepy crawlers
were my friends. Holy smokes. Oh my goodness. Like, new respect so much. And the unity mindedness that you receive in these experiences it's nothing short of miraculous. It completely transforms your perspective of the world. You are a changed person. You can't go back and see us versus them when you're out of here. You really recognize yourself to be a part of a greater whole in a way that defies what the media would want you to believe. So that's all I want to say.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for asking me to do this. I truly appreciate it.
Yes, it's so wonderful to have you here.
You.
So wonderful to just witness you in your dance of life and your miraculous, just who you are and what you stand for. Yay.
I want to laugh at myself for just a second because there I was dancing and I really had just completely liberated myself. And then 5 minutes later, I was face down, splat in the altar space, receiving my surgery. But I'm sure I look like a beached whale, and it's funny in my mind how to go back. Nothing graceful about this. It's just get in and do it. Just get in and do it.
Yes, yes. You can't do it wrong.
No, you can't do it wrong.
So thank you.
Yeah,
thank you for coming and sharing your
truly.
joy, your beauty,
Thanks.
and all that you carry.
Thank you.
And so, thank you. Aho, thank you everybody for joining us.
Cheers.